welcome back to another What I Eat in a Day video. Today I'm going to be talking about post-travel meals, so basically how I get back on track after I've been traveling. So I was traveling in PEI for about a week. Last week, Matt was with me, and it was an absolutely beautiful place, totally magical, beautiful beaches. We lucked out with one day of sunshine and went to the beach, and while it wasn't super warm, it was still absolutely beautiful. But as you're traveling, I'm sure you know, you don't always get to eat the same exact types of food, and it's not necessarily as clean as you would normally eat. So I did find a local natural food store and a coffee shop that had matcha lattes, but I definitely needed a reset when I got home. So here's what I did. I started my day with lemon and apple cider vinegar water. So you just pour a glass of cold water, this is right when I get up in the morning, squeezed in some lemon juice, and then just did a splash of apple cider vinegar. And this is really detoxifying and a great way to kind of energize and cleanse your system. Went for my morning walk with Trevi, and then came home and did my workout. So I wanted to show you what my workout space is. It's very small, right in front of my TV. Use my computer, and these are the weights that I use. These are actually adjustable dumbbells, and they're great because it's one set of dumbbells, and it goes from 6 to 25 pounds. And you just slide out that thing, and you're done. It's awesome. So I did 49 minutes of arms, and I burned 218 calories. So after my workout was done, I took a shower, and then I made a green juice and smoothie bowl. So here is my juicer. I have the Breville Juice Fountain, and it's an awesome juicer. Really easy to put together, pretty easy to clean. I use a little plastic bag over the pulp thing to catch all of the pulp, and then I just juiced away. So my juice had romaine, celery, zucchini, lemon, lime, apple, kale, ginger, turmeric, and some parsley. It was super yummy and a little bit tart, not super sweet, but it was delicious and a great way to get in some greens and some nutrients. I ended up making 2 servings, and I saved one for the next day, but this green juice was so yummy, and it was a great way, again, to get my greens in. So in addition to the green juice, I made a blueberry smoothie bowl. So this is the base of actually a smoothie that's in my Detox Smoothie cookbook. It's the Blue Bombshell. And I added a banana to make it creamy and thick for smoothie bowl. So it was half of a frozen banana, half of a fresh banana, about a cup of blueberries. I added in a scoop of plant-based protein. Actually, that was probably about half a scoop of plant-based protein, tablespoon of almond butter, and some lemon juice, which all of these things are really detoxifying, and they're great for your gut. And it also is just like a delicious berry smoothie. So you can see a really thick texture, poured it into my bowl. And for my toppings today, I did sliced banana, some homemade granola. This is banana bread granola that I'm actually testing and working on, and some frozen blueberries. It was so, so, so good. Even though it was super filling, it was also just like pure fruits and veggies, which was amazing. And this smoothie bowl was out of this world good. So if you actually want to get the recipe and 8 other detox smoothies, you can click the link in the description below, and that will show you my detox smoothie cookbook. I actually wasn't that hungry for a snack, so my snack was just a Superfruits kombucha from GT's Kombucha, and this was while I was walking to the grocery store. So I shop at Fairway, which is in my neighborhood, and they have an amazing bulk section. So I also snagged some of these little energy bites. And of course, when I'm at the grocery store, I have a really short list, and I end up with a huge basket full of stuff. I'm sure that happens to you too. But when I got home, I was testing some recipes. So I made a big batch of rainbow quinoa, and this is the salad that I made. So the salad recipe is actually on the blog already, so I'll put that in the description below. And it was a base of arugula, topped with some rainbow quinoa, some blueberries, some pecan halves, some avocado, some kale microgreens, which you don't have to use if you can't find those anywhere. You could also use sprouts if you wanted. And also this amazing lemon basil vinaigrette, which is so good. And this salad is packed with antioxidants, fiber, has a little bit of protein, some healthy fats. It's all around perfect for summer. In addition to the salad, I also had a piece of toast. So this is the toast that I like. It's the flax variety from Food for Life Baking. Topped that with some spicy chipotle hummus. And I used the rest of the avocado that I had left over from my salad and a little bit of the kale microgreens as well. And sprinkled it with a little bit of hot sauce. Of course, Missy was in my spot. She is so cute. And here was my lunch. So the salad and this toast, it was absolutely delicious. So good. Again, wasn't that hungry, but I was testing a pancake recipe, so I did have some bites of pancake for my afternoon snack. And then I went for a magical walk with Trevi in the evening, and she just loves the sunshine. Look at her. She's so happy. And when we got home from our walk, it was time to make dinner. So we made quinoa bowls, and I started by cooking some sweet potato, which I actually cooked the night before, so I just had leftover, but this is what I did. I just cubed up the sweet potato and cut it into like bite-sized pieces, put it on a baking sheet, drizzled it with a little bit of olive oil, and then the spices I used were paprika, smoked paprika, some of the sea salt with red pepper flakes, and garlic powder. And you just toss everything together, throw it in the oven at 425 degrees for about 30 minutes, and the potatoes are amazing. I've been making them every single night, and you guys should totally try them. You're going to love them. So in addition to the sweet potatoes, which again were leftovers, the bowl also had some kale and broccoli. So for the kale, I just ended up steaming actually both of them. So I just took the kale off of the stems and then chopped it into little like bite-sized pieces. And then I did the same with the broccoli. Of course, every time I make broccoli, Trevi comes into the kitchen. She loves the stems. Look at her. That's her little dance trick. Let her have the stems. So yummy. But a trick for broccoli is that you actually don't have to waste the stem. So you can absolutely eat it. You just peel it and you want kind of the soft core. And then you just slice it into little rounds and that's all you have to do. So I used a steamer basket to steam all of these veggies. I did the broccoli first because it takes a little bit longer than the kale. So you just put it on high and steam it for like, I don't know, 3 minutes. And then add in the kale for another minute or so and you're done. I wanted to give them a little bit of flavor though, so I put on some lemon juice, some garlic powder, some nutritional yeast, and also that salt with chili flakes. And you just toss it all together. For our sauce for our bowls, it was lime juice, kimchi juice, tahini, chickpea miso, and some sriracha sauce. So I started with the tahini, probably about a tablespoon, about a teaspoon of miso, a splash of kimchi juice, some sriracha sauce, and the juice of half a lime. Stir that together. It will get pretty thick, so you'll need to thin it out with some water. And I probably used about a tablespoon, maybe 2, until it got the right consistency. Then for the rest of my bowls, I just had leftovers. So I have the leftover quinoa, I had some chickpeas, and the leftover sweet potato. So for my bowl, I did about a 1/4 cup of quinoa. I did the rest of the sweet potatoes, which ended up being about half of a sweet potato. I did about 1/3 cup of chickpeas and then a big helping of the veggies and some kimchi because I love kimchi. And then I just drizzled it with the spicy sauce and that was it. This dinner was filling, delicious, and healthy. Hope you enjoyed today's video and let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!